Welcome replay viewers, and good afternoon again everybody. Okay, I've walked to the Fire Island breach, the Atlantic Ocean breach, through Fire Island here at the Fire Island National Seashore. Let me just check my watch and see what time it is. I stopped, okay, 2:55. I stopped to take a FaceTime call from my daughter in Wisconsin, so we didn't get here as soon as we thought, but we wanted to show them what's going on here. So this is it, good people, on this beautiful October afternoon here. The time right now is 2:55 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. We're on the south shore of Long Island, New York. Actually, this is Fire Island, and I'm looking to the west, back up Fire Island. To my left, or to the south, is the Atlantic Ocean. And here's where Superstorm Sandy broke through, punched this breach through here in October 29th, 2012. And the federal government is just letting nature take its course with this breach. It's probably about 1,500 feet wide right now. Not a navigable body of water. It's a very treacherous body of water, so boats are prohibited from going in and out. There's been one or two capsizes in here, unfortunately. And the other thing is people try to go kayaking through here, which is pretty dangerous, the rangers tell me. But this is the east side of the breach, and apparently what's happening now over the last 5 years, ever since this is punched through, is this side is filling in. The sand is filling in on this side, but the water is still eroding the other side, the west side. But eventually that will come to a halt, and then nature will take its course and it will just fill in this breach in time. It's going to take a few decades to do that, I'm sure. Many years to do that. Alright, I'm going to walk up to the other side, to the bay side. People have hiked down here, and I can see some people with kayaks. This is where I need my gimbal to keep a steady picture. Looks like the tide, as I mentioned, is starting to come back in. It's getting higher and higher on the sand here. Another hour or two where I'm standing, this will be all underwater. Hi. Hi, how are you today? It's difficult to see the comments because of the glare of the sun, but thanks for joining. Alright, we're walking to the north-northwest now, over to the bay side of the breach. Beautiful, picture-perfect day here, October 1st. Air temperature is about 65 degrees, but the sun temperature is probably more like 75 to 78. Very gentle northwest breeze right now. Hardly noticeable. Low humidity. So here's the dune line on the east side of the breach. Okay, this is looking east. I'm going to pan around now and go, again, continue to walk toward the northwest. North-northwest. And I better not linger too long because this may be underwater within a half hour or so. We'll see what we can do. Be nice at least to say we walked up to the bay side. People have hiked down here to go fishing. A few kayaks. Beautiful area. I'd say the current is now running in from the ocean. That tells me the tide is on its way up. So it's bringing all that fresh ocean water into the bay. Now let's walk up here. You can see how this was underwater earlier at the past high tide. See how the salt grass is matted down here? This would have been underwater here 6 hours ago. All right, we'll walk over here toward Belport Bay, or the east end of Great South Bay. Great day for boating. October 1st. My goodness, how warm it is. This is looking north toward Belport Bay, or the east end of Great South Bay. This is now looking west across the breach to the other side, the continuation of Fire Island. And you can see boats are over there, have anchored, and people are fishing and enjoying things on the other side over there. This is looking to the south, back out of the Atlantic. You can see how the Atlantic Ocean rolls in through the breach here now into the bay. Constantly changing the contour of this. I'm sure this took a beating last week with the high seas and everything we had from Hurricane Jose, and then followed up by a little bit of activity from Hurricane Maria. Waves and the water were truly high last 2 weeks. Probably had 10, 15-foot waves crashing on the beach. If you look at some of my archived videos on my YouTube channel, you'll see that I did 1 or 2 broadcasts from over here, or videos, 2 weeks ago during the height of Jose. All right, this is it, good people. This is the breach through the Fire Island National Seashore. Very treacherous water. You can see how it shoals on the inner side on the bay in there, and the water breaks over those sandbars and everything that have been deposited there. So it is not a navigable body of water by any stretch of the imagination. It's very dangerous to go through with boats. Although the fishing is great. The fisher people tell me that fishing is the best it's been in decades. So that's the story. Beautiful place. Hi folks.
Hi, how are you?
Good luck today.
We try.
Alright. This is looking east at the continuation of Fire Island back to the ranger station. I'm going to pan around, and here's some folks that have come down here to go surf casting. As you can see, most likely stripers or sea bass running on the incoming tide, so maybe they'll have some good luck tonight, this afternoon. All right, let me start walking back toward the Fire Island National Seashore Visitor Center and Ranger Station. I want to get past this little point before the water comes up any higher. Great day for a hike along the Atlantic Ocean beach here. carefully walk along this dune line here. You're not really supposed to be walking on the dunes and the beach grass, but there's no alternative other than to go wading in the cold water. Alright, we're heading south-southeast right now, and then we're going to walk east along the ocean shoreline here, back to the ranger station, back to Smith Point County Park. Once again, a beautiful hike down here to the breach through Fire Island, the Atlantic Ocean breach through the Fire Island Barrier Beach here, created by Superstorm Sandy the end of October in 2012. So almost 5 years old this breach has been here. Take one quick pan around. This is looking to the northwest, back into Bellport Bay, through the breach. Looking west, back up Fire Island. And this is looking south out over the Atlantic. I'll just walk up a little bit, another 500 feet or so. We'll take one final look and then we'll say goodbye for now. Hike back to this ranger station. Okay, good people, thank you very much for joining us on our hike today to the breach, Fire Island National Seashore, and we will talk to everybody later. Take care now.